Travel broadcasting will be discontinued for an indefinite period.
Do you want to play? Do you want to play now?
For me, that's what I think great fisting should be. I can't talk, I can't speak, I'm just a holster.
Let's get hot, keep it spicy in the bed. Take my body, make it dance.
Do you want to play? Do you want to play now?
This episode is sponsored by Rocks Off. Music changes the way you play. It sets your rhythm, calms your head, loosens your body, and helps you go deeper and wider.
Rocks Off takes away all the pressure of picking the right track because every mix is produced by a human and created specifically for sex. The team behind it are all part of the fisting community, so you know it's going to hit the spot.
Select from 3 different moods: Aura, Rush, and Raw. Then just hit play and focus on the fisting. And because you're part of the Such Fun community, all our listeners get 1 month free with the promo code SuchFun2025.
So if you want the perfect soundtrack for your next fisting session, download Rocks Off now at rocksoff.co and let the music do its magic. You can also earn 1 extra free month subscription by getting your friends to sign up too. That's Rocksoff, ROXOFF.co, using the code SuchFun2025.
Rocks Off. Log on, tune in, get off.
Welcome back to Such Fun, a podcast devoted to the discussion, education, and celebration of all things fisting. My name is Jazz Mataz, and I'm joined once again by the wonderful Lucio Davoli. And today we're talking about toys. And seeing as I do have you here, we're not limiting it just to toys that necessarily go up your butt, but toys that can be used during fisting and during other kinds of sex as well. Specifically, perhaps if you're exploring dominance and submission, BDSM things in your sex. So we're opening the floodgates wide. This podcast, as you probably know, is sponsored by Top Toys, and so I've brought a bunch of Top Toys with me, and so I'm going to be exploring those, or we're going to be exploring those a little bit and telling you some stuff about those, as well as other toys from some of our favorite companies. So let's dig in. Where do we begin? What is helpful about toys as far as your experience goes?
Well, what's helpful with toys? I think toys open you a range of options that your body just can't do. I think they provide variety, more variety. I think there's just a settled number of things you can do with your body. I mean, you can do a lot with your body, but toys just make it more, I mean, as the name suggests, playful.
Exactly. A lot more fun. They go places that maybe body parts don't go.
Good point. Yeah. Also because people have different bodies, right?
Yeah.
If we're talking about fisting, someone might have huge hands. Therefore, a toy that has a smaller tip might be helpful for a different situation. Or someone that has tiny hands and the person likes, I don't know, a thicker tip, then a toy for that, like, it would just give you more options.
Right.
And options are always welcome.
Yeah. I often hear from especially fisters that are just starting out that they want to be trained. You probably get this a lot as well. Like, train me, please train me.
Yeah.
What's your response to that usually?
Depends if I'm in a good day or in a bad day. Do you want to know the good day answer or the bad day answer?
Give us both.
The bad day answer would definitely be do it yourself. Buy yourself a good toy and do it yourself. Because that's probably the most real answer, if you ask me. And the good day answer would probably be like, let's get to know each other first.
Yeah, actually, yes, that's the appropriate good answer. Because maybe I'll shove a toy inside you if I like you enough, right?
Exactly.
And maybe you can keep coming back for training sessions where I shove toys and things in you if I like you enough. But ultimately, the responsibility is on the individual who wants to be trained to train themselves.
I think so.
The way
that's logical to me.
And that's where toys are a fantastic tool to have. If somebody came to me and said, like, where should I begin? I would say start with something that is a shape that you like. So something that when you see it, it turns you on. Not only is it like functional, but it's like it has to have some kind of click in your head of like, oh, I want that inside me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I heard from many people already looking at dildos that have like natural skin color of them saying like, oh, that disgusts me.
Yeah.
Because it's uncanny. And maybe something like this that to me, I love those toys that are red and black. Most of my toys are that color combination because I think that looks really hot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's person to person situation.
Absolutely. Like I've got a friend who's like the skin colored ones are the ones that turn him on the most. Because I was like, well, get yourself an actual person with a giant dick. But you know, this is, I guess, it's about how you connect to what you're playing with. This one is called the Gatekeeper by Top Toys, and it is one of the smaller, but not the smallest size. So something that they're really good at is providing all sizes that you could possibly want. So I think this is the 85. The sizes of the toys by Top Toys are measured by circumference, and so this one being 85, so 8.5 inches around. They go down to, I'm pretty sure, a 55, maybe a 45. So something appropriate for somebody that actually hasn't begun taking fists yet, but is interested in stretching. And, you know, the same toy, the Gatekeeper, goes up to huge sizes like this. I can't remember if this is the 128 or the 140, but yeah, step by step.
Little difference.
Yeah. Also, I find this one is great for wearing overnight because it's such a beautiful, forgiving shape. It's not like one of these that is like kind of like it's a bit of a jawbreaker.
And it's also soft, right? Because
they are very soft.
Yeah, I think plugs that are really hard can be more difficult to remove. Right?
For sure. Yeah, this is platinum cured silicone, so it's like the same material that prosthetics are made of.
Oh, cool.
So like if you have a fake tit, you know, it might feel a bit like this.
That's why both are so good to grab.
Exactly. So when it comes to your toys, that's a weird thing. Like it's another very personal aspect to it. It's like from a health perspective, definitely the higher grade material, the better it is for your body, and the longer you could wear it, and maybe the more extreme things you could do with it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the thing that's going to turn you on the most of an evening, you know, like I tend to find, even though I've got a whole arsenal of high quality toys these days, I've still kept some of my oldest toys that are just PVC because they feel right, because they're the right shape, and maybe they're also associated with good memories. And so I sit on them still to this day, and that's just as much fun. So it's so individual. Show us some of your toys.
Of course. I mean, I didn't bring any dildos with me because I realized that the anal penetration dildos are something that we would have here aplenty.
We do.
To show and tell.
We do have.
But I can definitely point out similar tools that I have at home. You were talking about the Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Once this guy from Paris forgot a big Gatekeeper at my place, and if you've seen this Gatekeeper in many of my videos, I recorded with it in the meantime between the day that he forgot in my place and the day that I came back to play and pick it back. So that's a great one. I had so much fun filming with that too. And I have a few ones that are more or less this shape, like donkey dicks and stuff like this. They're really fun to play with because it's a rather, the head is not so big, so it's easy to slip in. And for people that can take deep, those are loads of fun. But you asked about the ones that I brought.
Yes.
I brought more toys related to BDSM, not so much toys on penetration as I just said. So,
and I think that's great because I think I can get so fixated on the dildos.
Yeah.
And I actually, in my wardrobe at home, I have only a few other things that, you know, go in conjunction with anal play.
I'll start with one here that I love. I think it's great for beginners, but also for people that are advanced on it, on bondage specifically. This is called bondage tape. It's like, imagine, duct tape, for example, but it doesn't really stick to things. So it's safe to put on hair because it doesn't stick to hair.
But it sticks to itself?
It sticks to itself.
Right.
That's the whole point. Perfect. So you can easily wrap someone up, wrap their arms on, or like wrap their eyes, and it won't stick to their body or their hair.
I did not even know this exists. That's fantastic.
It's great. And then you don't need to cut it off also, because if the person, you know, has a problem with it and wants to be removed immediately, you know, like stop it right now, I need to get out of this. You don't need to grab a pair of scissors and be like in the moment of the person nervous, you're nervous, trying to cut it off and might have an accident with a pair of scissors. You can just unwrap this.
Wow.
So it's a great toy for someone that wants to try bondage, or it's already experiencing bondage and want to do something simple, you know?
I'm going to put that on my list.
Yeah, some people want the pain of having, you know, their hair like ripped off with like silver tape. But this one is fantastic for people that do not want that experience. So big recommendation, this one. Okay.
Nice.
So another one that I like to do in combination with bondage is this one.
Oh, yes.
It's a cock pump. So it's a very simple operation. You turn it on and then you press a button for it to suck. And you can press the minus button for it to stop sucking. So maintaining the pressure. And then you press again the minus button for it to release the pressure. And then it's safe to take it out. So this is a great one that I like to use if someone is, for example, in a sex swing like this one here in the background. And I'm playing with the person's ass. I like sometimes, if the person's into that, having this stuck on their dick. You know, some people like having their dicks played with sometimes, some people don't. And I think this could be a fun thing to do. I find it particularly fun to play when someone is in bondage or maybe having their sensory deprivation going on. So with a blindfold or maybe even headphones, and then I come in without their noticing and putting this on their dick and turning it on. It can be really fun. Yeah, some people really love this.
Sounds really fun.
Yeah.
You know, I tried one for the first time, an electric one like this, for the first time last weekend, and I loved it. I was quite surprised just how nice it was, because I always imagined it to be way too extreme if it's electric. I always had like a little hand pump, right?
Yeah, what I like to do is go slow, because when you start putting on more pressure on it, or removing pressure, I don't know. If it hurts, it kind of takes a few seconds for it to really hurt. So if you continue applying pressure and it hurts, the moment the person notices it's hurting, it's already hurting much more than they would like to.
Okay.
So it's good to go step by step, you know, turning it on a bit, stopping, seeing how the person reacts, turning on a little bit more, seeing how they react, to not go past their limits.
Yeah.
Or going depending on what you're playing for, but hopefully talk about it before.
That's exactly how I did it on the weekend, and it reminded me a lot of when I take a fist deep in my hole. It's the same kind of process. It's like the top will go deeper and then kind of wait for a little bit, and they'll assess, and then I might be like, okay, just come back a little bit, and then we rest there, and then maybe we take it a little further, and then we take it back, we rest, that kind of thing. Which it can be a very intimate activity if you're doing it with someone else.
Totally, yeah. Totally. There's this romantic rhythm to it. And giving time for the person to process what they're feeling, because especially if it's the first time for them trying this or any other sensation for that matter. If you're giving the time for the person to process what they think, because if they've never done that before, they don't know. They're just trying to understand, do I like it? Do I don't like it? Because it's often a dubious feeling or sensation. So
especially if there's some other stuff going on as well, like
yeah, if you got your hands tied up, you've got your eyes blindfolded, you've got maybe a ball gag. I've got a ball gag here, but maybe you're gagged, and how are you gonna tell, like when your hands are cuffed and your mouth is covered? How are you gonna tell your limits? You know, so this is the kind of stuff you also have to discuss beforehand and note, like agreeing on what will be a safe word for you to use in case you're, you know, are you gonna maybe do this to signify that it's enough,
or blink twice?
Yeah, I would prefer something more noticeable, but yeah, maybe.
Right. This also
maybe
like
if you are blindfolded, that definitely wouldn't work. But
right.
This episode is sponsored by our friends at Fuck Yeah Machines. The FY500 is a beast of a machine, designed and made in the UK especially for big toy players.
This is the strongest machine on the market, handling the biggest toys you can imagine.
Featuring a huge stroke length of 1 inches to 18 inches, great for those who like it deep, but also flexible.
It's completely adjustable on the fly when in use thanks to the Fuck Yeah app. This offers remote control from any smartphone, tablet or laptop.
You can also download new patterns from the Fuck Yeah community and share your designs.
Super solid heavyweight construction, no moving around when in use, and includes suction cup feet to really anchor it down to smooth floors.
It's got a powerful digital motor for precise and customizable control. It doesn't just go back and forth. There's unlimited possibilities to make your toys move however you want with custom patterns in the app.
It even has ports for accessories like lube pumps and aroma vaporizers, which you can control with the app and sync up to the machine movement.
There are accessories available for mounting practically any type of toy, either using the VacuLock adapter or the strap-on mounting rings. And for really, really huge toys, there's the XL mounting plate, which supports toys with a base all the way up to 28 inches around.
Fuck Yeah Machines offers second to none support and with a 5-year warranty for complete peace of mind.
To find out more info and current availability, check it out on the website at fuckyeah.uk and use the code SUCHFUN to get a discount when you order.
This episode is brought to you by Kink 3D.
In a world full of fetishes, chastity has rocketed in popularity. In fact, chastity has even been named Fetish of the Year 2025. Sorry about that, Fisters. And there's one company at the centre of the chastity world, Kink 3D.
The brand behind the Cobra, the distinctive black cages that look like sleek, sexy armor for the cock. Kink 3D changed the game by making it possible for just about anyone to get locked up safely and comfortably without needing to order a custom device.
Kink 3D's philosophy is to make locking up easy, so you can put on your cage and just live your life. The cages are made with advanced 3D printing technology, so they're ultra lightweight and strong enough for work, sports, travel, playtime, and much more.
Plus, they've got a whole new cage line, the Kink 3D Viper, with a form-fitting new shape and enhanced sensory denial. With 20 unique sizes for Cobra and 20 more for Viper, it doesn't matter if you're big or small, just about everyone can find a size that will fit just right.
If you're not sure of your size, Kink 3D's support team is renowned for their personalised assistance, available through kink3d.com. You can also check out their site for a growing list of stores in North America, Europe, the UK and Australia, where you can try on their cages in person to find your perfect fit.
For Such Fun listeners, Kink 3D is offering a free Nether Nudger accessory in classic black or new Arctic white colour when you order a full chastity kit on their site. This is a Kink 3D original creation that will help you stay comfortably lined up in your cage throughout the day.
Just go to kink3d.com/fun. That's KINK3D.com/FFUN. So check out Kink 3D and see for yourself why their cages are worn by so many of the most dedicated chastity fans around the world. This episode is sponsored by studfist.com, and today we are watching Fantastic Forearms featuring Brogan and Michael Vegas. The first thing you said to me was, "Who's Michael Vegas?" And I said, well, all I know is he is a straight man that loves getting fisted. And I love that.
Oh, I am digging all of the blonde hair in this. Holy shit. We've got fucking Forearms McGee here, as usual, with the sexiest forearms on the fucking planet.
Me too.
I don't understand it, but I guess, you don't need to understand everything in the universe.
What, being straight?
Yeah, well, yeah.
This is lovely use of a sling, I must say.
Yeah.
Like, he's really spread eagle here. It's the lights just on it, just right.
And they've got the rhythm going with the sling back and forth, It's ideal for punching.
I'm just going to state the obvious. Brogan's got an insane body.
I mean, obviously, I agree. All right, I'm done.
I think Michael Vegas is as well, by the looks of this. Jesus.
So that was Fantastic Forearms with Brogan and Michael Vegas on studfist.com. We love Top Toys for so many reasons, and here are some of them. They are designed, made and tested by people who use toys. Function and pleasure are front and center.
They ship quickly around the world from Canada and also have a distribution center in Europe.
They've got a vast array of sizes to fit any hole, from the beginner butt to the bottomless pit, and are great for training your hole up inch by inch.
They are certified for body contact, made of platinum cured silicone, and are easy to clean and dishwasher safe. So I want to talk to you about Top Toys Cetos. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So it's sort of a rideable plug. My favourite kind of plug. Bit of an odd design. I mean, it has a bulbous tentacle look to it. So the idea is it slithers into your hole with gargantuan proportions. I was a bit wary of it at first, but it's become one of my favourite toys. It really has. Just as soon as you get over the widest part of it, it just plugs you really nicely. And then the rest of the way down is just this really nice ride. It feels a lot like being punched. I really like it. I think it looks fantastic as well. I've got it in red. It's often kind of my finisher toy as well. It's just if I just want to just rep out on something, that's what it's there for. Just my end of session finisher toy. At the end, my hole's just like, bleh, and it's lovely. So yeah, get yourself a Cetos. It comes in 5 different sizes. They've got the 70 all the way up to 150. I have the 110, which is gorgeous. I'm got my eye on the 130 as well. One day. So yeah, go to toptoys.com, get a Cetos.
But yeah, ball gag.
What else
We
you got
talked
there?
about ball gags. There are really cheap and terrible ball gags out there. This is not the best one actually, but this is a decent one. I like it because the ball is flexible. So if you
Okay.
want to bite on the ball, you can bite on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like some balls are just like bad quality plastic, and then you can't really bite on it. But it's nice if it's a soft ball that you can bite on. And also it's nice if the strap, I prefer if the strap is a little flexible, because it's soft and hard to get a good, like the good amount of tightness on the person that doesn't hurt. But yeah, to get the right amount of pressure on the person's body. So if it's a flexible, it helps a bit.
Yeah.
Also, it's easier to clean if the strap is not leather, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This reminds me of a strap-on for like fucking people with dildos. Because I'm looking around for one at the moment, and I'm looking for one that's a good quality, because I've worn so many that don't feel good, and they feel like they're either going to break or fall off or something.
It's really
like
hard
that.
to find a decent one.
Yeah, apparently Mr. S Leather does a really decent one.
Oh yeah, they're
I've
good.
heard good reviews. So yeah, it follows that, and the same goes for things like what do you call them, chokers around the neck?
Yeah, chokers or collars. Yeah, chokers are great. Like I personally like the thick ones, because if you're gonna pull it, it will hurt less if there's more area of contact, or if it's padded.
Right.
So it also, of course, depends on the type of feeling you're looking for. If you go for a thinner one, it will hurt more if it's pulled or pushed. But at the same time, it's more comfortable to put your head up or down. If it's a really thick one, it will limit your movement.
Mhm.
For people that are really into deep throating, maybe the thick one won't be ideal, because then you can't move your neck very well. So there's that.
Right.
But I like the thick padded ones. I'm not really into getting my dick deep throated anyway.
Okay.
So, usually just hurts too much. So I like if I'm putting a collar on someone, I like the really thick ones.
Yeah, I see. It occurs to me that like when I'm getting fisted, I tend to be so focused on the feeling in my butt that it's rare for me to accept extra things. But that does entirely depend on who I'm with and how they make me feel.
Also, you said a good thing, because you said extra things, but boundaries sometimes is in a way removing things. Because if I get your hands tied up, you have less hands now.
True. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, if I take out your vision, put your a blindfold,
And
now you
that's
have less.
correct.
If I put you noise canceling headphones, even less.
Yeah, the sensory deprivation is absolutely taking things away. And actually, that's one thing that I find has been a great access to getting fisted easier, or for increasing my horniness, is when somebody like puts a hood on my head, and there's, I'm not seeing anymore. And furthermore, it seems like my worries disappear and my personality kind of disappears, and I can become just a whole simply by having something over my head. So I think there's so much to explore in that, right?
Yeah, that's fun.
It
Yeah,
never ends.
and we were talking about sensory deprivation, and I didn't bring any like masks or like blindfolds that I really like, because I don't think there's not that much to talk about those. They're just blindfolds or masks. Then you can choose whatever you like. But I brought this wrist restraint that I really like. It's one of my favorites, because it doesn't, or it is my favorite actually. It doesn't only hold your wrist. There's also a place for you to hold on to.
Do you want to demonstrate quickly? I'll be the hand.
All right, the hand. There you go. So if you've got your wrist tied up there, well, first, good material is good, so you can really push the material to its limits. Someone is held down by this. Maybe you're on a swing like this, and then if you're in a given moment you want to let go and you want to just like forget about it, you can just let go of this.
And
But
I'm
at the
still
same
there.
time,
Yeah.
and then if at some point it's like too much pressure on your wrist and you want to relieve the pressure on your wrist, you can again grab here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is also it's also helpful if you're standing up and tied somewhere like if it would be here,
Right. Yeah.
and then you can have your body weight more attached to it. It's easier if you're holding on to it.
Yeah.
Because depending on the person's size of hand and wrist, it could be difficult to keep someone in an upright position with just the wrist tied up. So having a place to hold on to is helpful. There are also options with kind of a glove situation, so you can have the whole hand held, which is even better, arguably, depending on what you're looking for. But this is my favorite wrist restraints. So after I bought this, it's the one I always use. If you see my videos, you've probably seen this already a few times.
Yeah, I'm imagining like a whole scene where you've attached all sorts of things, and like to enhance essentially, because that's where my mind always goes, to enhance the fisting. So like if I'm hanging from one hand essentially and getting fisted by a bunch of guys, like with a blindfold on and nipple clamps and ball gag and all sorts of things.
Yeah, like if this is
And a cock
attached,
pump.
if this is attached to the ceiling, for example, you can have just one point to the ceiling, and if your hands are tied up, maybe to like your hands are tied up to this, to the sides of the bar like this, then you can also have the flexibility to spin around.
Yeah.
And like if you said like by many guys, you can be spun around on this thing, and well, enjoy yourself like that. Yeah. And then optionally having your legs also suspended or not. So I like these bars a lot. You can use it to hold someone arms apart. You can use the middle thing to maybe hold someone on the collar or some kind of choker. And you can also use this to put legs separated. So those bars can be really handy.
What do you say to people who would ask, how do you pay for all of this kind of gear? Like, surely it's expensive, right?
The good ones are. You can always buy really bad quality ones for cheap. It always depends on your budget. If you have a lot of money, yeah, sure, go for the great ones from the beginning. But if you don't, maybe start with a bad quality one. There's nothing wrong about buying a really bad quality one, as long as it's safe for you.
Yeah.
So keep an eye for that, for safety. Safety first, always. But yeah, buy a cheap one. I mean, my first ball gag, I think I got for like 50 cents.
Right.
It was like this really bad quality sex toys website here in Germany. Who lives here will probably know what I'm talking about. But they offer like really big discounts on some trash quality toys.
It was Dildo King, wasn't it?
No, Dildo King has really good stuff actually. Okay. It was ice.de.
Okay.
I didn't want to trash talk them, but hey, I guess they have good stuff too. But they have this really huge discounts on bad quality toys, which are great for you to try it out and discover if you like playing with them or not. Just keeping in mind that, yeah, if you buy a bad quality one, maybe you didn't like an aspect of it. For example, I mentioned the ball gag before. A bad quality ball gag will have really poor quality plastic, will be hard. So yeah, keep an eye for that, knowing that, oh yeah, I can't buy it on it because it's cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. And the same goes for things that you put inside your butt. Like I think, as I mentioned earlier, I started with a whole heap of cheap PVC toys, and that's how I grew my hole in the beginning, and it was great. Of course, now I've got the capacity to buy high quality toys, and they will do more, and there's more peace of mind because it's all internally used. And so if you want to make sure that it's body safe, of course, the highest quality is a fantastic idea.
I think the more you like something, the more you want to use it again, and more the quality will be necessary.
Yeah,
because things will just break if they're bad quality.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like the PVC toys will bleed if you like pack them together in the wardrobe or whatever. Yeah. You open them the next week and they've like started to disintegrate, and you think, if that's happening just stored away in the wardrobe, is it also happening inside my butt? So these days I prefer to go with something a little something with a guaranteed body safe certification.
Yeah, but also like those ones you can put them to wash in the dishwasher and nothing will happen. They'll be fine.
Exactly.
They will just last much longer. The color won't change. They won't change shape. It happened to me so much times that if I had like a poor quality one just touching a good quality one, the poor quality one would like change shape and become all distorted.
Yeah. So, any other remarks about toys or recommendations for listeners?
Well, I think we covered the basics of like how to choose a toy and how to explore things. Consider starting with something cheap and trying it out, seeing if you like it, and then considering if you want to invest more money on having a really good one. And then having a really good one can make the difference between sometimes enjoying something or not. I'll give the example of candles. A lot of people are into wax play.
Mm-hmm.
So taking a candle, burning it, and letting the wax dripping on someone. If you just get like a normal store-bought candle, it will just like burn like hell. And some people like it, but arguably a lot of people will not because it's very intense. But there are candles that you can buy that are more expensive, which are better for the skin. Sometimes have like hydrating properties, and they burn in a much lower temperature, so they don't burn as much. It could be something for you too. So yeah, have a look in the market, see what's interesting, how much you want to spend on those toys, and try it out.
And if you're into the higher levels of pain and you want to get a higher burning wax that's going to rip your skin off like a horror film, there's always that option, right?
You're free. Beautiful. Just make sure to have enough disinfectant.
Yep. Nice. Okay, well, this has been your toys episode. Thank you, Lucio Davoli, for joining us yet again. And yeah, apart from that, happy fisting, everyone.
Have a good one.
This episode is sponsored by Rocks Off. Music changes the way you play. It sets your rhythm, calms your head, loosens your body, and helps you go deeper and wider.
Rocks Off takes away all the pressure of picking the right track because every mix is produced by a human and created specifically for sex. The team behind it are all part of the fisting community, so you know it's going to hit the spot.
Select from 3 different moods: Aura, Rush, and Raw. Then just hit play and focus on the fisting. And because you're part of the Such Fun community, all our listeners get 1 month free with the promo code SuchFun2025.
So if you want the perfect soundtrack for your next fisting session, download Rocksoft now at rocksoft.co and let the music do its magic. You can also earn 1 extra free month subscription by getting your friends to sign up too. That's Rocksoff, ROXOFF.co, using the code SuchFun2025.
Rocks Off. Log on, tune in, get off. I'm just gonna hold that. It does feel like finding your tribe.
You've got husband hole.